We recently had the opportunity to go visit my dad and my stepmom in the little tiny hometown that I grew up in West Tennessee. And it was a really good time to visit family, and I was able to show the kids and Zach around some of my old favorite places, my home, my old property, and just get to tell them lots of stories. We got to laugh a lot. We made a lot of memories. And it felt really special to be able to do that. And I was very grateful for that trip and the ability to show them and get to spend time with my family. Not everybody gets that opportunity to go home and show your kids and your family where you got to grow up and those things that made you who you are. So it was very special. It was very unique, and I'm so grateful for it. Once we got home, it was time to get ready for our week. So we had a full reset and just get everything together. As I've told you, we are moving into a new chapter of our lives and a whole new lifestyle for us. So with school coming up here very shortly, we have about 2 weeks. It's time for me to really get into nesting and really making our lives and our routine as seamless as possible. And part of that is always the meal prepping, making sure we know what we're going to eat, when we're going to eat it, and staying on track of our diets and our lifestyle that we've been doing since last October. It's very important to me, so I always make it a priority, no matter if we've been out of town or if we're going out of town, no matter how busy we are. This reset and this meal prep is always a part of my week, no matter what. So even though we just got home from that awesome trip, we had to do it. Starting this week is actually our trial run for school. I wanted to do a trial run this week so that next week they can have their last week of summer off, and then the very next week they'll be doing the real thing and actually going to school. So we did a trial run. We're still in it, but it has been going really good. We have our pretty seamless mornings. I mean, it's still stressful and chaotic and new for us, but with our routines and our food and our prep that we've done, it makes it a whole lot easier and less stressful, and we can just still enjoy our morning together, even though we're going to be parting ways, and we can still have a good time, even though our lifestyle is completely changing. So while part of that is meal prep and organization and making sure that we're staying on track with our diets during this change of life, we are also getting really organized. As I said, I'm just in a nesting mode, I think, because it is a new chapter and we're moving into such different routines and everything really will be different. I'm just kind of in a nesting mode. So I have been doing a lot of organization around the home, our entryway where they can hang their backpacks and their jackets, and they can put their shoes where they need to be without having to dig through shoe bags and all that good stuff. And up in their rooms, I have done some organizing as well so that they can easily lay their clothes out, they can get to their clothes, they can hang them up, and it can just make everything a little bit more smoother. While it is going to be so new, everything's going to be different and new. I'm trying to make it to where on the actual day where we start school, it's not a bunch of new things thrown in their face, and they already know the routine because we've done the trial run. They know where everything is, and we can just kind of coast through that. And that way the school part will that day be the only really new thing with their new routine, and so that way they don't feel too overwhelmed.
What? What? What?
I don't know about you, but you just saw me go through a fit over fruit flies. So it is officially that time of year. So we are battling those. We have all this stuff coming in from the garden, and the fruit flies and the gnats are driving me insane. So I did make a couple traps and after this as well, just to make sure we can try to catch some of those. Of course, we always have a good time. Lots of laugh, lots of memories. Even in the kitchen, we always have a good time. So this week I did some chicken breast and some sweet potatoes, asparagus, and a half a cup of rice per container. So those will be good lunches or dinners for either one of us. And then in the skillet right now, you see onions and peppers. I was sauteing some of those up just in a little bit of oil and kind of getting those to crystallize down, and we're going to throw those in a container for Zach with 3 brats, and then that way he can pick himself out a brat and have onions and peppers. That can be his lunches or dinners. As always, we made 12 hard-boiled eggs so that we can just have those to pull out of the fridge for breakfast We're on top of salads. And speaking of salads, we always make another big batch of salad. We do that 2 to 3 times a week just so we can have salad in a bowl in the fridge and we can grab that for lunches or dinners just on the side. It's good to have to throw protein over, makes it convenient. That way you don't have to go chop up all these ingredients to put in salad when you just want one. I also went ahead and baked 4 baked potatoes. We had 2 this night with our dinner. We had pork loin, hamburgers, baked potatoes, and a salad, and some corn for the kids, and they had some noodles. And we saved 2 of those baked potatoes for later on in the week we'll have with dinner. It's just a very filling and somewhat healthy little thing to have. They're pretty small potatoes. They're not huge. And we like doing that. It's so easy to bake them up, let them cool, and then just stick them in the fridge and heat them back up when you want a baked potato. So I do pre-portion out my rice. I put half a cup in each meal prep container just to make sure that when we go to grab that food, we're not getting too much rice. It's easy to try to eyeball it and then it turn out to be way too much. So that's just one way that I have to be strict on my journey and just make sure that my measurements are correct. And I love these glass containers because you can just throw them right in the microwave and heat them up, and there's your lunch or there's your dinner. It's already prepared, it's already made, and it keeps you on track. I hope these meal preps inspire you in some way to do it yourself or to stay on track, or just use some variation of what I do and make it your own. Okay, so this one has, what's in here? I don't remember. Noodles. This is leftover noodles from dinner. This is 3 brats and onions and peppers. We have leftover hamburgers and pork tenderloin from dinner. And then 4 of these chicken, rice, sweet potato, and asparagus. We have 2 leftover baked potatoes and then about a cup of rice leftovers and hard-boiled eggs in the fridge. So we are set for the week. That's exciting. We have so many meals prepped that we can just grab and eat because it's going to be a really busy week. So that's it. We love y'all, and we will see you on the next one.